2 apiece. And going further, a little bit beyond that 16 innings streak for him, the 2-2. That's in there for strike 3. So Bradley starting off on a high note as he gets a backwards K. Now Joey Giuliano will dig in. But going a little bit further beyond the 16 innings, he has allowed just 2 unearned runs in his last 24 to third innings pitched. Pretty remarkable stuff from the senior as this is chopped foul down the third base line. Bradley, furthermore, leads the GLIAC and ranks 5th nationally in ERA. You got to remember, we're just about the halfway mark of the season. The pitch is hacked off, count 0-2 to Joey Giuliano. Bradley, 19-7, all-time in his career. The 0-2. This is lined out to left center field. Thielen moving into the gap. He parks under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So Colin Bradley working pretty efficiently here as there's 2 away now in the top of the first inning. Billy Chidsey will step in for the first time this afternoon. But Colin Bradley chasing a little bit of history here this afternoon. 19-7 all-time in his career. His next win on the mound, he will move into a tie for 5th in career wins here at Grand Valley. This is another first pitch strike for Colin Bradley. And he ranks among the top all-time in a number of other categories too. The 0-1. That misses into the other's batter's box, count even at 1. His career .335 ERA is 9th all-time. As that misses off the plate again, he falls behind for the first time this afternoon at 2-1. And 9th all-time in strikeouts with 154. As this is lined right over the head of the second baseman Van Enkevoort and into right field. And Chidsey keeps this inning alive. Here in the top of the first inning as Drew Costeba will step in. Next up the bat. But Colin Bradley works very efficiently. He works very quickly on the mound. Only a 3-pitch mix for Colin Bradley. Fastball, curveball, splitter. Pitching from the stretch now for the first time today. And I'll be throwing in there for strike 1. Bradley taking a look at Chidsey over at first. Now he deals. Comes up empty as he was going golfing on that pitch. And now Bradley has got him in the palm of his hand with an 0-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Drew Costeba trying to keep this inning going. Bradley comes set, the pitch. Off the end of the bat into center field. Skaggs is underneath it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So just 1 hit through 4 batters for the Purdue Northwest Pride. And it'll be zeros as we head into the bottom of the first inning here on Flow Sports.
And catcher for the Purdue Northwest Pride is number 10, Braylon Holland. And the pitcher for the Pride, number 32, Owen Prokopiev.
Welcome back here on Flow Sports. Grand Valley State taking their first hacks at the plate here this afternoon. Let's take a look at that starting lineup. One of the best lineups in this Midwest region. Leading off, Evan Morrison. Batting second, Caden Howard, serving as the designated hitter. And batting third will be Jovan Gill. In the cleanup spot, Caleb Estrada with Jake Skaggs batting fifth and Ryan Stimmick to follow. Caden Thielen will bat seventh and Nick Kirstich will bat eighth. And rounding out this lineup will be Aiden Venenkavort. Take a look at the defensive positioning for the Purdue Northwest Pride here this afternoon. Gabe Bush will be out in left field, Brett Bounds in center, and Denham Cozy in right. Over at the hot corner, Owen Winters will be there. Joey Giuliano will be at short, Zach Wright at second, and Bill Chidsey at first. And Braylon Holland will be behind the dish, working the zone for Owen Wakovic. Dig it in now for the first time today, Evan Morrison. One of the best hitters in the entire country at the plate. The first one. First pitch swinging. Skies this in the left field. Gabe Bush is under it and makes the catch for out number one. So now Caden Howard, the designated hitter, who has been on an absolute tear as of late when it comes to getting on base. Really, this entire GV lineup just does it well in so many aspects of the game, and getting on base is probably what they do the best. The pitch. This is off the plate for ball one. Owen Wakowiak is going to have his hands full here this afternoon. The 1-0. Fires one in there for strike one. Wakowiak working out of the stretch. Enters today's game with a 4.20 ERA to this point in the season. Here's the 2-1. That's chopped foul, and the count will run 2-2 now. Wakowiak 0-2 to start this season. He is his fifth start of the year. Just 15 innings pitched. He has not made it too far in a lot of his outings up to this point in the season. Has struggled with the walk, but his strikeout numbers pretty much match that walk number. The 2-2. That's another foul ball. So Caden Howard put together a lengthy at-bat here. Well, another one of the biggest weaknesses for Wakowiak is how the teams are hitting off of him as well. Teams are hitting at .310 off the right-hander. Here's the 2-2. And he misses high. So count will be full now to Caden Howard, who's reached base in all 21 games that he has played in so far this season. Trying to make it 22 here in the first inning. Wakowiak, the stretch, the pitch. Popped up again. So the count remained full here with one out in the bottom of the first inning. Still nobody on. Second hitter of this inning for GV. A conference opener on top of this home opener for Grand Valley. Debuting a couple of new things here at the ballpark. Wakowiak looking to set him down. Here's the pitch. Called, strike three. Paints the corner, and there's two away. And now, one of the best three-hole hitters in the entire GLIAC coming to the plate, Jovan Gill, will step in. And Wakowiak, he doesn't really catch a break at any point in this lineup. The fact that he's gone his first two batters without giving up a base runner, that's quite the accomplishment in itself. Wakowiak's last outing came against Saginaw Valley State last weekend. The 0-1. High towering fly ball out to right field. Denham Cozy over towards the foul line and will make the catch for out number 3. So a couple of flyouts and a strikeout for Owen Wakowiak. retires the Lakers in order, and we're on to the second inning. It's still scoreless here at Grand Valley. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
Yeah! Woo!
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
Yeah! If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
0-0 as we head to the top of the second inning. Here, Colin Bradley going back out there for his second inning of work. And, well, the home opener here in West Michigan. And, well, there's never a bad day at the ballpark, even when the weather's a little bit chilly. About 37 degrees here as we enter the second inning. Feels like 25 degrees. Partly cloudy. Sun's out. As long as the sun's out, I think you can maybe get past the cold just a little bit. A little bit breezy, though, so it'll make things difficult in the outfield. It's the first pitch from Bradley. This is low and away for ball one. Wind blowing about to the southeast or so. 1-0. This is a similar spot, and the count will run 2-0 to Brett Bounds, the center fielder for Purdue Northwest. Pitching from the windup, here's the third pitch. That's in there for strike one. But you saw it there to end the bottom half of the first inning. Those outfielders struggle a little bit with how the wind plays here at Grand Valley. No matter what time of year, it's always breezy. And that sun, unfortunately for the outfielders, is in a tough spot. 3-1. And misses. All four of his balls missed in that same spot. So the leadoff hitter will be on, and now Denham Cozy will come in.
Denham Cozy.
And for Purdue Northwest, they're going to have to be patient at the plate. They want to try to get to Colin Bradley, because you don't want him to get into cruise control like he typically has been, or at least has been in the last few games. And Cozy takes strike one. Cozy entering play today, batting .262, has started in 18 games for the Pride. 5 home runs for Cozy. Perhaps a sneaky spot in this lineup for the Pride to maybe attack Bradley and put the Lakers down in an early deficit here at the top of the second inning. The 0-1. Chopped over to the third base side, and Estrada will watch that one go foul. Count runs 0-2 now. But also at the same time, Bradley, not the speediest pitcher, gets a lot of weak contact. Could easily be 2 outs in a blink of an eye. Bradley will pitch from the stretch. Bounds gets a nice lead off of first. Denham Cozy at the plate. At the letters, here's the 0-2. This is outside. Kristich with a nice stop in the back. Trying to really get that breaking ball pitch working for him here in this early couple of innings. The 1-2, runner goes. This is skied out to right center field. See Stimmick fighting with the sun, makes the catch. And that'll be out number 1. And that'll keep Bounds at first base. And now Owen Winters will come to the dish.
Up to bat, third baseman, number 15,
Owen Winters also making his 18th start of the season. This Purdue Northwest team is off to a little bit of a rough start. they've been hard to consistently get playing as well. I mean, you take a look at their schedule, and they've had over 11 games get canceled because of weather. Winters takes a strike, maybe on the outer part of the plate. Count 0-1 now with one away. Winters takes, throw down is into shallow center field. So Bounds with a nice little steal there. That's what you got to do if you're not going to be able to advance yourself via the base hit very often against this Grand Valley team. So you got to take advantage. You got to make them throw the ball down. You got to make them make errors. That breaking ball misses just off the plate. He is really trying to attack that outer part of the plate. He has not been able to get going here so far. Here's the 1-2. Call, strike three. Bradley picks up a big strikeout there with a runner in scoring position. That'll bring Gabe Bush to the plate.
The left fielder, number 1, Gabe
Bush, who has been struggling as of late. Enters today batting 182 on the season, making his 5th start of the year. And he takes one and falls it straight back, and a nice pitch over the heart of the plate. Count 0-1 now. 2 away. Brett Bounds over at second base. Base hit could give you a chance to score your first run of the game. The stretch, the 0-1. Showing bunt, pulls back. And Bounds was a little over a quarter of the way to third base as that one hit the plate. The outfield is playing pretty shallow, though. Of course, with the wind, it's going to not really allow the ball to carry very well. The 1-1. Backdoor breaking ball. Can't connect. 2-1. Gabe Bush this season, just 1 RBI. Looking for RBI number 2 here. The 2-1. Takes it all the way for strike 2. So Bradley's got him right where he wants him. He's had to work a little bit harder this inning compared to that first. Here's the 2-2. Foul tip, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the second as Colin Bradley survives the leadoff walk. To the bottom of the second we go. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports. To the bottom of the second inning we go. Still scoreless here on the campus of Grand Valley State University. Owen Wakabiak back out there had a 1-2-3 first inning with a backward strikeout. But now we'll have to deal with the heart of this order, which is another, again, we were talking about it in that first inning. Really hard to keep this lineup quiet, let alone keep them off base for an entire inning, and he did that in the first. We'll see if he can keep that going here in the second. Cleanup hitter Caleb Estrada will be stepping in. Estrada leading the team in home runs. is in the perfect spot in this lineup for that exact reason. First pitch. Estrada will take it for strike one. Makaviak is just got to remember to keep attacking the strike zone here on the first pitch, and that's what he did right there for Estrada. Makaviak working from the stretch, the 0-1. This is low and away. 1-1. Caleb Estrada from Eagle, Michigan, batting .386, entering play today. Extra base hit machine. The 1-1. That's low and outside again. 2-1. In his third season here with the Lakers, has 34 RBIs, leading the team in that category as well. Now trying to work a long at bat. The 2-1. And that'll be in there for strike two. So Makaviak and Estrada, a little bit of a back and forth here. 2-2 count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Makaviak looking for his second punch out of the day. Here it is. And skies this foul behind home plate. Caleb Estrada, 12 multi-hit games entering play today, 10 multi-RBI games as well. A 15-game hitting streak for the right-handed slugger. The 2-2. That breaking ball misses outside. A patient at-bat here for Caleb Estrada. A beautiful at-bat to lead off this inning as well. Game one of a 4-game series between these two teams. You want to try to get into that bullpen as early as possible. Of course, today, just a single 9-inning ball game. Here's the payoff pitch. Check swing. Oh, they're going to call that ball 4. So the first base runner of the afternoon belongs to Caleb Estrada, and now Jake Skaggs, the left-handed senior out of Walnut Grove, Missouri, steps in. Skaggs has been on a nice tear at the plate this season. As he comes with the first pitch, and that's in there for strike one. A little sidestep action for Makaviak. The 0-1 comes up empty. Looked like he was behind on that fastball. He falls behind now, 0-2. Makaviak, his best outing of the season. Through 6 innings. Just 1 run came across against Kentucky Wesleyan. Stretch the 0-2. Chops it foul behind home plate. So the catcher's mask comes off quickly. And the count will stay at 0-2. Still nobody out. There is a runner at first. That's Caleb Estrada. Skaggs had a nice game against Embry-Riddle last weekend. 3 hits, the 0-2. And he takes high for ball 1. Went 3 for 4 in that game with 2 RBIs. That lineup all around hit really well in that 5-0 victory in the last game down south. The stretch, the 1-2. That tails outside for ball 2. Skaggs has 26 RBIs this season. Maybe something in the gap could make it 27. Lines this out to straightaway center field. Brett Bounds is there for out number 1. Couple of nice lengthy at-bats here to open up this bottom of the second inning. As Ryan Stimmick will come to the plate.
Ryan Stimmick.
Kaviak, 24 pitches so far. Seen a majority of those here this inning. That first pitch is in there for strike one. Stimmich has played in 16 games so far this season, has found his way onto base in all of those. The 0-1. Takes that one just low for 1-1. Ryan Stimmich batting .368 entering play today. The 1-1. This is lined over to second base. Right, flips it on to short, on to first. And that's in time. A little 4-6-3 will retire the inning for Grand Valley. And now we're on to the top of the third. It's still scoreless. Purdue Northwest looking to strike first when we come back here on Flow Sports.
Before the first whistle, we're already in motion. Move more than athletes. Move belief. Because when the moment matters most, so does the ride. While others promise, we prepare. The difference isn't what you see. It's what you never have to worry about. Go right way. Moving what matters.
University of Michigan Health West is here to help you stay in the game. No matter what kind of athlete you are, the region's premier sports medicine program is here to help you stay on the move. With decades of experience in sports medicine care at 5 of our health centers, our team of highly skilled physicians, physical therapists, and athletic trainers provide treatments for injuries, joint pain, or whatever is holding you back. University of Michigan Health West is the official sports medicine provider of GVSU Athletics. More at ufmhealthwest.org/locations.
To the top of the third inning we go here at Grand Valley State. It'll go 9-1-2 here for Purdue Northwest. And Braylon Holland will lead things off here, and he's going to have his hands full. Colin Bradley off to a great start here as he enters his third inning of work. Just 33 pitches. He's allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. He has struck out 3. Just 2 over the minimum so far. Braylon Holland watches his first pitch go by him for ball 1. Braylon Holland is played in 15 games this season, now 16 with this one today. Has started in 12 of them. He just catches a piece of it. Batting .147. As he finds himself towards the bottom of this lineup. The 1-1. And a little out of his shoes on that swing. Count runs 1-2. But of his 5 hits this season, 3 of them are doubles. The 1-2. That's fouled away, so he'll stay alive at 1-2. Hasn't quite found his footing at the plate. He's drawn 4 walks this season, and on-base percentage a little bit lower than where they'd like it. The 1-2. And he golfs this one into the mitt of Evan Morrison at short for out number 1. Looked more like a fly ball than a liner there. And now we'll flip it over to the top of the lineup where Colin Bradley had some decent success back in that first inning. As Zach Wright digs back in. Watch strike 3 go by him to lead off this game. And I'll watch strike 1 go by him here in his second at-bat. Zach Wright, one of the better hitters in this lineup, the 0-1. As he chops this over to short, Morrison on to first for out number 2. Morrison has been quite busy here this inning. As all 2 outs came his way. And now Joey Giuliano.
The shortstop, number 7.
Well, again, he flew out to left field his first time up. A couple of fly balls. Really has been the only contact for Purdue Northwest today. All been some decent rides. The 0-1. That misses outside 1-1. Still trying to find the right recipe for this lineup. As this is fouled off, count 1-2 now. And you got some guys who don't see the starting lineup a ton, but they're hitting well. And then you've got some of the guys that do see the field more consistently and haven't quite found their groove. The 1-2. That misses outside, 2-2. Well, Colin Bradley's been in a nice groove here this last couple of innings to open this game, and looking for 6 in a row here. Fly or pop up. Left side of the infield. Evan Morrison is there. All 3 outs to the shortstop here in the top of the 3rd inning. On to the home half of inning number 3. Grand Valley looking for their first runs of the afternoon. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports. To the home half of inning number 3 as it goes 7, 8, and 9 here for Grand Valley as Owen Wakaviak has set the Lakers down in order despite just the 1 walk to lead off the bottom of the 2nd inning. We'll see if this bottom part of the order has any more luck as Caden Thielen will dig in for the first time today. Thielen batting .291 entering play today. Thielen, first pitch to him is under the catcher, Holland. But Thielen, one of just 3 guys in this lineup that is batting in the 200s, and that means for a lot of success. As he follows this out to left field, count even at 1 apiece. But of those 3 guys that are batting in the 200s, Thielen is on the top there. Has one really good game, and he'll be into the 300s as he bats .291. Stretch the 1-1. This is lined into center field, but will tail right into the mid of bounds in center field for out number 1. Man, that off the bat, that looked like that might plug the gap. The wind playing some games here in the outfield, and Nick Kirstich will step in for the first time today. Kirstich, the senior out of Madison Heights, Michigan. Couple of doubles, 1 home run for him so far this season with a .255 batting average. And he'll take all the way for strike 1. One of 5 seniors in the starting lineup here today. The 0-1. And saws off another pitch, and the count 0-2 now. Wakaviak has been very efficient here in the first few innings. Only in the 30s as of right now in the pitch count. Eyeing his second strikeout here. From the stretch to the 0-2. A nice little throwaway pitch there, trying to get Kirstich to chase. The 1-2. Another foul ball. Gerstich trying to become the first base runner here this inning. Here it is. And he takes it for strike 3. Second strikeout for Okaviak here this afternoon. As Aiden Van Enkenvoort will come to the plate for the first time. Got some good speed here in the 9-hole. And even maybe as the outfielders are playing back, he could maybe turn this into a couple of bases. As he flies this out to right field. Moving over towards the line is Cozy into foul territory. And this will just sneak over the fence for a foul ball. Aiden Van Enkenvoort was a All-GLIAC second team performer a year ago. As a two-way player. Hit pretty well for the Lakers a year ago. 328, 59 hits, 35 RBIs. With 3 home runs to add on top of that. A great guy to have in your 9-hole. The 0-1. That misses down and in. Last year, saw the most time he's ever seen on the mound, the 1-1. That misses inside for 2-1. He mainly worked in relief through 15 2/3 innings. Made 7 appearances. 1 save as well. The 2-1. That just misses. So Van Enkenvoort in a favorable count, 3-1. He's looking to become the first base runner since Caleb Estrada when he led off the second inning with a walk. Here's the pitch. Slow little grounder over to second. Zach Wright is there and on to first for out number 3. Well, 9 up, 9 down here to open up this ball game for Owen Wakaviak. We're headed to the middle part of this ball game. It's still scoreless. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports.
Or need extra storage? Units moving and portable storage makes it easy. We deliver a secure, weather-resistant storage container to your location on your schedule. Whether you're relocating, remodeling, or need flexible storage for your business, Units offers affordable, convenient solutions with unmatched customer service. Plus, with our locally owned locations, you get personalized support and reliable delivery every time. Experience the difference with Units. Moving and storage.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
Yeah! Woo!
What'd she call Harper? Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
Yeah! If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
To the top of the fourth inning we go. Colin Bradley has not allowed a base runner since the first hitter of that second inning. Has not allowed a base hit since the first inning either. But now we'll have to face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. And this is the part of the order that had, well, really the only success so far today. Billy Chidsey singled with 2 outs in the first inning. We'll see what he's got here this time as he rips this foul down the first base line. Chidsey, one of the most consistent hitters in this lineup, the 0-1. Takes the ball off the plate. And Chidsey is one of a handful of guys, the 1-1, that have played in a majority of the games played for Purdue Northwest up to this point. He's got 4 extra base hits, 1 home run, 1 triple, and 2 doubles. 10 RBIs to go along with it. The 1-2. And Bradley, not a bad choice there. But the count will run even. But credit to this Purdue Northwest team, despite their lack of success. This is a high chopper over to first base. Gill's got it. He'll underhand it to Bradley, and it'll be in time. Little 1-3 action there, and now Drew Costiba will step in.
Designated hitter, number 17, Drew Costiba.
But despite maybe the lack of consistent success of getting on base against Bradley, they have really taken it to him in terms of pitch count, as his pitch count into the 50s now. Not too high yet. You've been seeing a lot of what Bradley's trying to do at the plate. He just hasn't been able to get it to work quite yet. The 1-0. And he fires in a strike. Counts even now. That's another foul ball down the right field line. Costiba, one of just 3 guys with a batting average north of 300 in this lineup. It's one of 2 guys in the starting lineup. The 1-2. He fouls it back. Some nice rips. The man with the bright bat at the plate. Here's the windup, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. First strikeout since the 2nd inning, but his 4th overall as Brett Bounds will come up to the plate. As Bradley has now retired 8 in a row. And Bounds was the last man to reach base safely against Colin Bradley. And it was a walk, and he stole second. There's another breaking ball that misses off the plate. And credit to these Purdue Northwest hitters. They have not really even taken a nibble out of those types of pitches. All those just missing off the plate. They are identifying them early and laying them off. But credit to Bradley for still trying to work that part. Here's the 2-0. And he gets a strike. Feels like he tries to steal a couple strikes with a breaking ball. And the second he doesn't get them after the first 2 pitches, well, he's going to come right at you. And you see that here as the count is even. 2-2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Here it is. And that misses out in the side. Count full now. Bradley from the windup and the payoff. Called strike 3. Back-to-back punchies to end the 4th. And on to the home half we go. It's still scoreless here at Grand Valley State University. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports. to the bottom of the fourth inning. Still scoreless. As we got back to the top of the lineup, let's see what kind of adjustments this Lakers lineup makes their second time through. It's Owen Wakaviak, who has just been pretty good in terms of getting a lot of weak contact and some strikeouts along the way. First pitch, Morrison misses off the plate for ball one. 41 pitches, 3 innings so far. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and he has just faced 9 batters so far. The 1-0. And Morrison takes for strike one. Well, he's going to have to deal with Evan Morrison, who ranked 4th in the nation in batting average. Nearly impossible to keep him off base this season. The 1-1. That is in the dirt for ball two. For Wakaviak, he can't be hesitant either. I mean, this is a lineup. If you're hesitant, you miss one out over the plate, they are going to make you pay. The 2-1. Ooh, just missed. But a good take for Evan Morrison as he is in the driver's seat here. 3-1 count to the leadoff hitter. Good hitters count here. Trying to fight his way back. Here it is. And that misses low for ball 4. Evan Morrison draws a walk, and it's their first base runner since Caleb Estrada in the second.
Next up to bat for the Lakers.
Well, let's see if they can try to compound this into a little bit more action here. Caden Howard
Number 23, Caden Howard.
was another guy that is seeing Wakaviak here for the second time today, and is another guy that's hard to keep him off base. Trying to do similar to what Evan Morrison just did. But already off to a good start. Morrison with a nice lead. Wakaviak comes set. Here's the pitch. That breaking ball, it's inside for strike one. A 1-1. Yeah, that clips maybe the outer part of the plate. 1-2 now. Caden Howard, the freshman out of Hudsonville High School, just down the road, having a great freshman season. The 1-2. He takes one high. Howard being patient at the plate, working it even now. Howard has seen the ball really well this season, getting on base at nearly a 50% clip. The 2-2, runner goes, pitch misses outside. The throw down is there in plenty of time. Morrison thrown out for out number 1. And a great throw down for Braylon Holland. Not very often do you see Morrison get thrown out like that. Here's the payoff pitch. That's fouled off. Got that breaking ball running inside. Did the only thing he could do there. Caden Howard, a part of that district championship winning team over at Hudsonville last year. The payoff. Popped up, left side of the field, giving chase, and it's the third baseman, Owen Winters, who comes up with the catch for out number 2. And had the fence right in his tracks and made the play. And now that'll bring up Jovan Gill with 2 outs here, and even with the walk, the Lakers still have gone in order so far this game. What was starting out as a very promising inning. Wakaviak misses outside for ball 1. And for a man that has been up and down this season, sure is having himself a day against the number 8th ranked team in the country. The 1-0. Off the end of the bat, floater, and that finds its way into center field. The first base hit of the afternoon for Grand Valley State belongs to Jovan Gill. Now Caleb Estrada will come to the plate. Let's see if they can cook up a little 2-out magic here. Wind not really blowing in the favor of Caleb Estrada. But there's plenty of grass available in left center field. Should be his power alley. He takes one low and outside for ball one. Estrada walked back in the second inning. Up until this inning, this is the last man to get on base. The 1-0. Ooh, I think he might have wanted that one back. Counts even at 1 apiece. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jovan Gill gets a nice lead off of first. Kaviak the pitch. Off the end of the bat, under the glove and into right field. Rounding second on his way into third is Jovan Gill. And there will be runners on the corners here for the senior Jake Skaggs.
Next up to bat, center fielder.
First time all afternoon Grand Valley has had a runner in scoring position here. And they've done all of this with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to Skaggs is in there for strike 1. Grand Valley has had a ton of success when they score first. They are 19-2 this season, win scoring first. A big opportunity here. The 0-1 runs inside but clips the zone and falls behind 0-2. So Skaggs is going to have to put up a fight here. Gill off of third. Estrada off of first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lakers looking to put up a number first here in this ball game. The pitch. On inside, runner takes off for second. And he's in there safely. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Grand Valley trying to rebound from their slow start to this game. A base hit should score 2 here. 2 outs, 2 on. The 1-2. And fouls it off, so we'll wait another. So we'll step off. We'll get a reset here. 26 RBIs for the senior. A transfer from Pittsburgh State. Gill at third. Estrada at second. 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. And I'm going to say he caught a piece of it. Did pop out of the glove of Braylon Holland. And so we'll do it again. A good at-bat here for Jake Skaggs. Kaviak, who has shut out the number 8th ranked team in the country for the first 3 innings, trying to make sure it's 4 here. Kaviak comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. Pitch count really starting to run up now for Wakaviak, but talk about the patience here with 2 outs. And nothing's really been too hard hit here for Grand Valley. Looking for their first real hard hit ball here of the game. The 1-2. Breaking ball, it misses high. Not a bad pitch there Rukaviak. He's got a couple to work with. But the count is now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Grand Valley trying to grab the first lead of this ball game. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. Just challenged them. On to the 5th we go. It's 0-0 here between Purdue Northwest and Grand Valley State. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports.
University of Michigan Health West is here to help you stay in the game. No matter what kind of athlete you are, the region's premier sports medicine program is here to help you stay on the move. With decades of experience in sports medicine care at 5 of our health centers, our team of highly skilled physicians, physical therapists, and athletic trainers provide treatments for injuries, joint pain, or whatever is holding you back. University of Michigan Health West is the official sports medicine provider of GVSU Athletics. More at ufmhealthwest.org/locations.
Before the first whistle, we're already in motion. Move more than athletes. Move belief. Because when the moment matters most, so does the ride. While others promise, we prepare. The difference isn't what you see. It's what you never have to worry about. Go right way. Moving what matters.
On to the top of the 5th inning we go. 0-0 here in Game 1 of this 4-game series between Grand Valley State and Purdue Northwest. Home opening game for Grand Valley State. Colin Bradley back out there for his 5th inning of work. He has given up just 1 hit, 1 walk, has struck out 5 through 61 pitches thrown so far. We got the bottom half of the order due up for the Pride as this is off the end of the bat into right field. Ryan Stimmick is right there, and he reaches up and grabs it for out number 1. And it's interesting to see how this Purdue Northwest team has worked the play. There's been times where they've been looked like one of the most patient teams in the country, and then there's other times where they're just it's quick out after quick out. Adam Cozy has been a victim of that twice today. A couple of flyouts out to right field. And another first pitch grounder on to second, and then the first, and there's out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs, and here's Gabe Bush. Bush struck out swinging to end the 2nd inning. Colin Bradley, what a day. Here's the pitch. Another liner out to right field. This one's tailing towards the line. Stimmick on his high horse, and this goes foul. That wind not playing any games for anybody today. And the wind maybe slightly slower. That maybe would have dropped in, but it's not, so he'll take the walk back to the plate. Colin Bradley has retired 11 batters in a row, dating all the way back to the 2nd inning. Now we'll get a time here. Called by Gabe Bush, and I think that was more of a... Let's try to prolong this inning just a couple more seconds. Here's the 0-1. Showing the bunt. That's right back to Bradley on the first, and it's a 5-pitch inning for Colin Bradley. Halfway home. And Grand Valley State due up when we come back here on Flow Sports.
And no runners left on base.
To the bottom of the 5th inning we go. Still no score here at Grand Valley. And Ryan Stimick, who has reached base safely in all 16 games that he has played, has come to the plate for just the second time today. Last inning was the longest inning for this offense up to this point. Sent 5 batters to the plate. But came up with no runs. Despite having 2 runners in scoring position, but really all of that was done with 2 outs. A couple of weak contact hits, and Owen Wakaviak has just been having himself a day. The 0-1. That skips in the dirt. Counts evens at 1-1 now. The reason why these numbers are so high for so many of these hitters for Grand Valley is just the way they're able to turn over the lineup this season. Not very often do you get games like this. The 1-1. That's in there for strike 2. And it was up until last inning that Wakaviak had a no-hitter going. Which against the number 8th ranked team, that's pretty impressive. The 1-2. That fouls off, especially at the college level. The metal bats at a whole different level to really both sides. Makes it harder to accomplish those types of features. The 1-2. And that'll miss his high and outside. Count evens at 2 apiece now. Ryan Stimick grounded into that 4-6-3 inning-ending double play back in the 2nd inning. Trying to make up for it here with a leadoff knock. Here it is. And he lays off wisely. 3-2. First home game of the year. Not many of them for Grand Valley State this year, but trying to make it count. The payoff. And he lays off on a pitch low for ball 4. So another good start to the inning. That's now back-to-back innings with the leadoff hitter on via the walk. Now Caden Thielen will dig in. This bottom part of the order. 0 for 3 today. Thielen flew out to center field back in the 3rd inning. We'll see how aggressive they try to be on the base paths. Evan Morrison was thrown out trying to steal last inning. The bunt is down. Back to Wakaviak. He fields, throws, and a nice pick out of the dirt for Bill Chidsey. And that'll advance Stimick. So in a game where there's minimal action on the at the plate, you got to start playing a little bit of small ball, and that bunt was perfect. So now a base hit could very well give you the lead. And again, Grand Valley does very, very well when scoring first this season. First pitch to Kirstich. There's a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Kirstich struck out looking for out number 2 of the 3rd inning. Stimick gets a nice lead off of second base. The 0-1. And a nice pick in the dirt from Braylon Holland, the catcher for Purdue Northwest. There's some slight movement down in that bullpen for Purdue Northwest. Nobody throwing quite yet. I would you with the way he's been today. The 1-1. And that misses low for ball 2. And some days, guys just wake up and you're in some sort of groove and you're untouchable. Game 1 of this 4-game series between Grand Valley State, Purdue Northwest. The Pride looking for an upset today. The 2-1. Chopper over to the 3rd base. That is gloved by Winters. It's going to be a tough throw on to first, and it's back picked by Chidsey for out number 2. That'll move Ryan Stimick into 3rd, though, and that'll bring up Aiden Van Enkevort, who grounded out to second base in his first at-bat. Base hit will give Grand Valley State the lead. We'll give anybody the first lead of the game. Van Enkevort takes for strike one. Kaviak's command has been very good today. Trying to finish strong again. The 0-1 showing bunt. And that's in there for strike two. Well, last inning, Kaviak put two runners in scoring position with just 2 outs and struck out Jake Skaggs to end the inning. Now he's got another runner in scoring position with 2 outs. He's got Van Enkevort in the palm of his hands. The 0-2 pitch. And that ball gets away momentarily for Holland, but good job to keep it out in front of him. Stimick will stay at third. Almost got to think with the way things have been, how aggressive are you going to be even if the ball gets slightly away from the catcher? The stretch, the 1-2. That misses high. Feels very similar to the way that Jake Skaggs at bat went. And a couple of throwaway pitches and was trying to work him high, just didn't get him to bite. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner at third. Here's the pitch. That misses low. Full count now. Evan Morrison waits in the on-deck circle. Don't want to give Morrison a chance. See Kaviak in back-to-back innings. The payoff pitch. Off the end of the bat into center field. Stimick comes across the plate. He scores, and Grand Valley State takes the first lead of the ball game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Van Enkevort picks up his 18th RBI on the season. And now we flip it over to the top of the lineup. Evan Morrison, who's 0 for 1 today with the walk, will step back in. Faced him last inning, drew a walk, got thrown out trying to steal second. Morrison slaps one foul down the left field line. That was very quick off the bat. Nice lead off of first for Van Enkevort. The 0-1. Round ball through the right side and into right field. And holding up at second base will be Van Enkevort. And a 2-out rally continuing here for GV as Caden Howard will dig back in. Let's see what the freshman can come up with here with 2 runners on and 2 outs. And now we'll get a mound visit here as this inning's starting to get away from Kaviak a little bit. Kaviak, 84 pitches up to this point, allowing just his first run of the inning just moments ago, but trying to just make sure it stays at that 1 run here. Raylan Holland gets back to behind home plate here. Caden Howard digs in with 2 runners on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 run already across. First pitch, the breaking ball, it misses high and outside. At the belt, here's the 1-0. And that's in there for strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Yeah, that's in there for strike 2. Well, Grand Valley having the lead going into the later part of this game is very pivotal. Because once they have the lead after the 6th inning and beyond, whether it's 7th, 8th, or 9th, they are undefeated up to this point. The 1-2. That skips into the dirt. Van Enkevort takes off for third. The throw down is in time. Ooh. Looks like he might have swam around it.
bottom of the fifth.
But David Hedges says otherwise, and that'll be the inning. So Grand Valley cracks the scoreboard. It's 1-0, and we're headed to the top of the sixth inning. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports.
Valley State Lakers 1. Purdue Northwest Pride.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablotsky Auto Body, LLC.
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
The Purdue Northwest Pride. The catcher, number 10, Braylon Holland.
To the top of the sixth inning we go for Purdue Northwest as they find themselves trailing for the first time today. And hey, how about that? Another first pitch out for Purdue Northwest. As that's now 4 outs for Colin Bradley in his last 6 pitches.
Number 19, Zach Wright.
Colin Bradley, talk about efficiency as he gets another first pitch swinging. As we're back to the top of the order, Zach Wright, 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a ground out. Chopper back up the middle. Morrison, tough play. Throw on the run. In time. Man.
Next up the bat for the Pride.
He's got a chance here
Number 7.
to get 6 outs in under just 10 pitches here with Joey Giuliano. That breaking ball. Ooh. Misses inside, ball 1. Well, he'll have to do it with this one. Here it is. Either way, no matter what he does here with this at bat, it'll be quite impressive. Colin Bradley, just continuing his great season, the 1-1. And that one right in the mitt of Aiden Van Enkenvoort at second for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Colin Bradley. And we're on to the home half of inning number 6. It's 1-0 Lakers here on Flow Sports. On to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 1-0 Grand Valley State here over Purdue Northwest in the GLIAC opener for the Lakers, as well as the home opener. Caden Howard will pick back up at the plate with a fresh count as they look to tack on to their lead. The Lakers have been pretty successful when owning a lead into the later part of the ball game this season, as he rips one right into the mitt of Chidsey at first for out number 1. But after the 6th inning, when they are leading, they are 20-0. After the 7th inning, when they are leading, they are 13-0. And after the 8th, when leading, they are 11-0. So this is a big key to their success here this season. Yeah, that breaking ball caught the, I guess, wider part of the zone there for Gill. Here's the 0-1. That misses outside. So 1-1 now. Lakers have done really well here at home throughout Jordan Kerr's tenure. That pitch misses. And he watches one in the zone. The Lakers are 25-9 all time here at home with Jordan Kerr as the head coach, looking for win number 26 this season. The 2-2. Down the left field line and fouled. And so Jovan Gill will get another pitch here. Jordan Kerr in just his 3rd season with the Lakers and has these Lakers in a very good spot. 20-4 overall this season, looking for their 5th win in a row. The 2-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3, and there's 2 outs. And now Caleb Estrada will dig in. Estrada has been on base twice today, once the walk and once the base hit. The Lakers this season, despite all their success here at home, they're going to have to try to find a lot more success on the road this season. They only play 13 home games this season. As this is a grounder over to second base, right gobbles it up on to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. A good bounce back inning for Owen Wakaviak. And we're on to the 7th inning. It's 1-0 Grand Valley State here over Purdue Northwest in the GLIAC opener for the Lakers. We'll be right back as you're watching GVSU Baseball here on Flow Sports.
Or need extra storage? Units moving and portable storage makes it easy. We deliver a secure, weather-resistant storage container right to your location on your schedule. Whether you're relocating, remodeling, or need flexible storage for your business, Units offers affordable, convenient solutions with unmatched customer service. Plus, with our locally owned locations, you get personalized support and reliable delivery every time. Experience the difference with Units. Moving and storage.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
To the top of the 7th inning we go. Purdue Northwest starting to run out of time here in terms of getting something going, but How can you get anything going when you've got Colin Bradley on the mound and how efficient he has been over, well, really this game, but specifically these last 3 innings? As he fires in another first pitch strike. He has retired 15 batters in a row, going all the way back to Brett Bounds in the 2nd inning. That was the last man to reach base safely. Bradley still has allowed just 1 hit up to this point. That hit came with 2 outs in the 1st inning. But Bradley's spectacular season continues. The 0-2. A little number up the line. Gill's got it. He'll touch the bag, and there's out number 1. A little 3 unassisted to get things going here in the 7th. Now Drew Custiba will dig in.
The designated hitter, number 17.
Well, Colin Bradley has now pitched 22 innings without allowing a run. And then you can go back even a little bit further, 30 without an earned run. I mean, his team just plays so well with him out on the bump. And what will be his final season of baseball, the 1-0. Breaking ball's in there for strike 1. The 1-1. That's fouled off. Colin Bradley has had quite the journeyman's career, if you will. And he's one of those last few remaining COVID players. The 1-2. That's fouled off. Has been with Grand Valley State since 2022. Was hurt all of 2023. This, of course, his 4th season with the Lakers. Spent a couple of years with Grand Rapids Community College. The 1-2. That's hit into the air out to right field, tailing towards the line. Stimmick giving chase. Stimmick looking up. And that ball is foul. And the count will remain at 1-2. But Colin Bradley was originally recruited to play at Northwood University. Never appeared in a game there. And that was the COVID season. Or COVID year, rather. And then transferred to Grand Rapids Community College. The 1-2. This is low, 2-2. And transferred here, and 2024 was his first season back from injury, and it was a really rough season, but 2025 and this year, as this is lined right back up in the middle and into center field. So Bradley went 16 batters in a row before giving up another base runner. As Custiba, the tying run, is now on base for the Pride. Brett Bounds at the plate. Nobody really warming up for GVSU up to this point. Don't really need to either. Custiba takes off, and that is grounded over to short. Morrison flips it. The throw on to first in time. 6-4-3 with the runner in motion, and that'll end the inning. It's time to stretch here at Grand Valley State University. It's 1-0 Lakers. We'll be right back. You're watching GVSU Baseball here on Flow Sports.
of the 7th for your Grand Valley State Lakers. Center fielder, number 3.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Jake Skaggs will lead things off. The Lakers looking for some insurance runs as we enter these later innings. And Owen Wakaviak having quite the day for himself. 90 pitches through 6 innings. He's allowed just 1 run on 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. As that backdoor breaking ball misses. Well, Purdue Northwest has been having a rough start to their season. 7-11 overall, 1-3 in conference play. Faced a tough Saginaw Valley State team last weekend. The 1-0. And that's in their first strike. And it's been tough, too, to really get consistent playing time. There's been a lot of cancellations. Of course, the weather here in the Midwest isn't very favorable, but they also, the further south you get, the more baseball you get to play. The 1-1. This is golfed into right field. That's down for a hit. So Skaggs is back on base. 1 for 3 today now officially.
Next up the bat for the Lakers.
And the first time the Lakers have let off an inning with a base hit, as Ryan Stivick will come to the plate. But Purdue Northwest has been able to play some home games, really going all the way back to February in Indiana, nonetheless, which is, quite the feat itself, given the weather up here. As Stivick lays off a pitch low and away. Purdue Northwest gonna have to have some late inning magic in them if they want to try to upset the number 8 ranked Grand Valley State Lakers. 4-game series, doubleheader tomorrow. First pitch will be at 1 p.m. The second game to follow, and then Sunday. First pitch is at noon. And next weekend, they'll be back home for quite a long home stretch for them. And they'll take on Roosevelt. The 2-0. Koviak falling behind 3-0. We have not seen him in a 3-0 count at all today. And you've got to almost wonder if his day is coming to an end here shortly. A 3-0. That skips in the dirt. Ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. And that'll put 2 runners on. For Caden Thielen. This bottom part of the order hasn't had a ton of success. Thielen 0 for 2 today. And now this looks like it might be it for Owen Wakaviak, who has had himself quite the day. And as he departs the mound after a phenomenal outing, we're going to take a quick step aside as we let the new pitcher warm up. We'll be right back. You're watching GVSU Baseball here on
The GLIAC is the Conference of Champions. Since its inception in 1972, GLIAC teams have won 53 national championships and countless more individual championships.
Throughout the GLIAC, passionate fans come support our athletes in 21 NCAA-sponsored sports.
Just as important as being champions on the field.
The pool.
The court. The course.
The track.
GLIAC student athletes are champions in the classroom and the community.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The GLIAC is.
The Conference of Champions.
Welcome back here on Flow Sports as we got a pitching change here for Purdue Northwest in the bottom of the 7th inning. Joey Del Ponte, the right-hander out of Homer Glen, Illinois, graduate of Lockport High School, the freshman right-hander. Has made a lot of his appearance out of the bullpen. Pitched in a couple games in that series against the Cardinals last week. And did fairly okay. Gave up a couple of runs in just one inning of work in that first game. That second game, he threw 3 innings. And struck out 3. Allowed just 1 run. He enters today with a 4.30 ERA. This is his 10th appearance on the season. And just a third of an inning shy of 15 innings thrown so far. But opponents are hitting 184 off of him this season. It's a pretty good rate, but he's going to have a very tough lineup to try to deal with today. This pitching is always pretty solid for Purdue Northwest. And Del Ponte will come set with 2 runners on and nobody out. Here it is. Showing bunt, pulls back, takes it anyway for strike 1. Hayden Thielen 0 for 2 today, trying to erase that. Wind continuing to whip out towards right field. The 0-1 showing bunt again. Throws it nearly at him. That goes to the backstop. Both runners advance 90 feet. And so 1-1 now for Caden Thielen. And things have just got a whole lot tougher for Joey Del Ponte. Infield comes in on the grass, trying to take away anything at the plate here. Outfield still playing a little bit normal depth. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses high. Good snag by Braylon Holland. When we saw a couple of pitches for Del Ponte not really get to the catcher's mitt during warm-up, and we've already seen one there just a few pitches ago. And Holland having to do some extra work to make sure no runs come across here. The 2-1. High towering fly ball right field. Cozy coming into foul territory. And he runs out of room as once again that one just sneaks over the fence for a foul ball. And the count is now even at 2-2. Both runners a nice lead off of second and third base here. Thielen looking to do some damage. Got some valuable insurance runs on the bases. Here it is. Little check swing. He lays off, and the count is now full. Nick Kirstich in the on-deck circle. Jake Skaggs at third, Simic at third, nobody out. Full count for Joey Del Ponte. The payoff pitch. And it's low for ball 4. So the first 3 batters of the inning for GVSU have all reached base. And now Nick Kirstich will come to the plate. Kirstich 0 for 2 today as well. A strikeout looking and a ground out. Kirstich has 2 doubles, 1 home run, 10 RBIs this season. The first pitch to Kirstich. He rips it down the left field line, and it's fouled. A lot of jam shots today. And on the count, 0-1. Kirstich trying to tack on some big runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 0-1. And he takes a breaking ball in there for strike 2. Well, for Del Ponte, this is almost a must strikeout time of the game for him. That way you have a chance to set up a double play ball. The 0-2. Breaking ball, that misses high and in. That's quite the movement there for Del Ponte. The The stretch, the 1-2, and that's off the end of the bat over to short. He'll go on to second. The return throw, there won't be one. So they'll get the runner home. Jake Skaggs scores. Kirstich too quick down the line. Allow a return throw, so that'll extend the Lakers' lead to 2-0. So now Van Engelbart will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Now we're going to get a mound visit here from the coaching staff at Purdue Northwest. So the Lakers scored 1 in the bottom of the 5th, and now 1 here in the 7th. And again, this is one of those moments for Purdue Northwest that would be a big spot if they could just come away with Grand Valley scoring just 1. I mean, you still got to find a way to get to Colin Bradley here on your offensive side of things, which they have not been able to really put anything together against him outside of some weak contact. But right now, this Grand Valley offense, I mean, they're doing a great job of, maybe it wasn't their best day at the plate today, but they have definitely grinded them down and made them make mistakes and capitalized on those exactly. And they lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Aiden Van Engelbart, 1 for 2 today with a single, was caught stealing to end the 5th inning. First pitch to Van Engelbart, showing bunt, but pulls back for ball 1. Might see Kirstich in motion here to try to take away the double play ball. The 1-0, showing bunt again. That was in the zone, though, for strike 1. Corner infielders creeping in. One of the more dangerous moments as an infielder, really, for the corners. I mean, they creep in, trying to take away that bunt as quickly as possible. If they pull back, you better hit the deck. The 1-1 gets the bunt down. That's perfectly placed. And he'll throw on to first, and it's in time. Stimmick scores from third, and the Lakers make it 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Up to bat for the Lakers, the shortstop, number 1, Evan Morrison.
So Kirstich is at second base now with 2 outs. And the Lakers starting to make that lead a little bit more comfortable, or more to where they like it. They flip it over to the top of the lineup. Evan Morrison at the plate now. Here's the first pitch. Backdoor breaking ball for strike 1. Del Ponte, the 0-1. Trying to go backdoor with it again. Didn't really break on that one, so the count's even at 1 apiece now. Grand Valley out hitting their opponent 6-2 today. What has otherwise been a really big pitcher's duel. The 1-1 comes up empty. Morrison almost feels like he shouldn't have swung at that. Halfway through his swing. Runner at second, 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. 32 across the plate. 3-0 lead for GV. Here's the 1-2. Off the end of the bat, back up the middle. Giuliano's got it on the first, and it's in time. That'll retire the side. But the Lakers provide a couple of big insurance runs. It's 3-0 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. We'll be right back as you're watching GVSU Baseball here on Flow Sports.
University of Michigan Health West is here to help you stay in the game. No matter what kind of athlete you are, the region's premier sports medicine program is here to help you stay on the move. With decades of experience in sports medicine care at 5 of our health centers, our team of highly skilled physicians, physical therapists, and athletic trainers provide treatments for injuries, joint pain, or whatever is holding you back. University of Michigan Health West is the official sports medicine provider of GVSU Athletics. More at ufmhealthwest.org/locations.
Before the first whistle, we're already in motion. We move more than athletes. We move belief. Because when the moment matters most, so does the ride. While others promise, we prepare. The difference isn't what you see. It's what you never have to worry about. Go right way. Moving what matters.
Leading off the top of the 8th for the Purdue Northwest Pride, the right fielder.
Well, Purdue Northwest down to their final 6 outs of this ball game, and they'll have to work with this bottom part of the order for the first 3 at least. Denham Cozy will dig back in, and hey, look who's still out on the bump. Colin Bradley. As he throws a first pitch ball. Bradley, 81 pitches up to this point, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Just giving up 2 hits, and that second hit came last inning. Half-hearted swing for strike 1. 1-1 now. But at one point, Bradley had retired 16 batters in a row, stretching from the second inning all the way to the 7th. As that's off the end of the bat, and that will dump into left center field. So a leadoff hit for Purdue Northwest. I wouldn't really say that's any kind of means to yank Bradley quite yet. I mean, he has turned a couple of double plays today. Been very impressive. This middle infield working together very well. First pitch. And a breaking ball misses up and in. Owen Winters 0 for 2 today. These bottom 3 hitters 0 for 6 all around. Showing bunt again. And that's count will run 1-1 now. But a backward strikeout and a ground out to second base today for Owen Winters. Looking for a double play ball, though, is Colin Bradley. The pitch. And this might be it. Van Enkenvoort to Morrison on to first, and it's in time. Another crispy double play for Colin Bradley, and there's 2 away here in the top of the 8th inning. Gabe Bush will now stride to the plate. And that point exactly, we're talking about, you don't want to, not that Jordan Kerr would, but wouldn't want to pull him after a leadoff base hit because of that. Exactly. I mean, he is able to get so much weak contact. You're looking at this scorecard today, and it's so many ground outs. So many unassisted outs. So many first pitch strikes as well. And you've really seen him just kind of stray away from throwing that breaking ball low and away to right-handed hitters as well, which feels like it almost made him more efficient by stop doing that. Wind up the kick and the 0-2. Ooh, just missed. Not a bad pitch there from Bradley. Purdue Northwest down to their final 4 outs of this ball game. They trail 3-0. Bradley, here's the 1-2. And a nice block by Kurstich, and the count evens at 2 apiece. Well, Grand Valley debuting new home uniforms today. Of course, the white uniforms, the blue script, and the Lakers. Very clean uniforms. Of course, the new scoreboard to complement it. They're on left center field today. The 2-2. Chops it foul. Honestly, a good uniform matchup all across the field today. Purdue Northwest, I always like their colors. Black and gold. Here's the 2-2. Trying to go back door with it. 3-2. So it was ahead 0-2. And Gabe Bush has worked it all the way back to 3-2. The windup, the kick, and the pitch is rolled over to second base. Van Enkenvoort bobbles it, gathers, throws, not going to be in time. And that's going to go down as an error on Van Enkenvoort. Had that been fielded cleanly, that would have been, going all the way back to the second inning in terms of retiring the side
Number 10, Braylon Holland.
in order. Here's Braylon Holland. He comes up empty on the first pitch. Well, started out looking like potentially a promising inning for Purdue Northwest. As the runner goes, and he retreats at the last second. Once again, Bradley ahead 0-2, but what started out as a promising inning for the Pride has since not really been promising. Now they're trying to make up for it here with 2 outs. But it's been tough to get a run across. That's the starting pitching staff for GV. The 0-2. Right. That misses inside. Now 1-2. Trying to make it 24 innings without giving up a run for the starting pitching staff. Bradley working from the stretch. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Another strikeout for Bradley. He's got 6, and he's got 8 scoreless innings on the day. We're headed to the home half of inning number 8. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports. Last chance for the Lakers to tack on some runs as they lead it 3-0 here, and we'll have the heart of this order do up to 3 and 4. Caden Howard is trying to extend his on-base streak to 22 if he can find a way to get on here. Struck out, popped out, and lined out today. Just run into some weak contact today. The 1-0. That fires in a strike. Del Ponte. Just a walk through 4 batters faced last inning. But 2 runs did come across in that bases loaded opportunity for GVSU. The 2-1. Little jam shot, pop up. And Zach Wright is underneath it. And there's out number 1.
Up to bat for the Lakers.
So unless the Lakers
Number 32.
going quite the rally here with 1 out, Caden Howard's going to see his on-base streak snap at 21. And now that'll give way to Jovan Gill, who digs in for the 4th time today. 1 for 3 today. Fly out, single, and a strikeout looking. And he'll take low for ball 1. top of the order. Not seeing as many big hits as what you normally see from them. The 1-0. This is crushed to right field, but foul. And as that bounces, it nearly hits a car out there on the road here near the ballpark. The 1-1. Another breaking ball that misses high. I mean, those pitches have to be looking real appealing to Jovan Gill. Pitching from the stretch, the 2-1. And that's in there for strike two. So count 2-2 now to Gill. We're going to make it another multi-hit game. The pitch, that's lined sharply foul. So Ponte 2-2 off the end of the bat in the left field. This one's tailing. Coming on is Bush, and this drops in for a very long single. On a second, or a two-hit game now for Jovan Gill today.
Center fielder, number 3. Third baseman, number 6, Caleb Estrada.
So Caleb Estrada digs in. He has reached base safely 2 or 3 times today. First pitch to Estrada is inside for ball 1. Just tiptoeing the line there. The 1-0. 0 away. Ponte working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And this is grounded over to third base side. Bobbled by Winters. He'll gather and throw to first, and it'll be in time for out number 2. So what could have been a around-the-horn double play turns into just 1 out, and that leads way to Jake Skaggs. With a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. He's 1 for 3 today. Did single and score last inning. We'll make sure to join us again tomorrow for games 2 and 3 of this series. First pitch starting at 12 o'clock tomorrow. 1 p.m. tomorrow. I had the Central Time stuck in my head from Purdue Northwest website. That's my bad. But weather should be very similar to today, tomorrow. Another cold, windy day, but sun should be out. The 0-1. Check swing, and he did not go. 1-1 now. And the 5-hole hitter, Jake Skaggs. He has 9 multi-hit games this season. Looking for 10. If he can give one a ride. The 1-1. That's in there for strike 2. Del Ponte trying to throw up a 0 here and keep this game at bay and give his offense one last chance here today. The 1-2 pitch is outside for ball 2. And we'll do it again. 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner at second. Here it is. This is rolled over to first base. Chidsy's got it. He'll touch the bag. And there's out number 3.
In the bottom of the 8th. The 8 Lakers scored no runs.
So Colin Bradley will be on his way back out, trying to complete the complete game shutout when we come back. We'll be right back.
After 8 innings, Lakers 3, Pride 0.
3-0 as we're headed to the final inning of play here at GVSU.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablotsky Auto Body, LLC.
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body LLC.
We actually sold the twins' naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
If you need a tan, I'm your man.
Could do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
Almost done.
Come on, man. Let's get it.
Colin Bradley's day is done as Zach Warren enters on, and it will be a save situation for Zach Warren. And this is making his 9th appearance on the year. Trying to find his first save of the season as well. But struck out 11 batters, walked 7 as well, as that pitch is in there for strike 1. Warren will have to deal with the top of the order. Zach Wright leads things off, Joey Giuliano and Billy Chitsey to finish out. As this is chopped over to third, Estrada's got it, and he fires on the first, and it's in time. That has been the name of the game today. It's been a lot of weak contact and quick outs today, and now they're down to their final 2 outs. Joey Giuliano will step in. Zach Warren, the junior, out of Stevensville, Michigan. That pitch is down for ball 1. Well, Colin Bradley had himself quite the day. 97 pitches, 8 innings pitched. All scoreless. The 1-0. As this is grounded over to Evan Morrison. He fields on to first. And one more out to go for GVSU. Well, Bradley struck out 6, walked 1, gave up 3 hits. And with that, his season totals now come to 30 strikeouts and just 3 walks allowed. He leads the nation in walks allowed this season. As that first pitch breaking ball misses down and in. Bradley pitching from the windup as Warren is in there for strike 1. 1-1 now with 2 away. It has been a tough day at the plate for the Pride. The 1-1. And he swings and misses. Chitsey trying to extend this game and trying to put it together, a little 2-out rally. Here's the 1-2. That skips in the dirt. Back-to-back shutouts for Colin Bradley now, as well as the Lakers. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball back up the middle and just past the glove of Zach Warren, and that's into center field. So that'll extend this game by 1 more batter at very least. And now Drew Custiba will dig in. But the 5th shutout on the year.
The designated hitter.
And the starting pitching for Grand Valley has not allowed a run in 32 innings. It's one of the best pitching staffs in the country, if not the best. That misses down and in. But their new pitching coach, Brian Martin, has definitely known a thing or two about having some really good pitching staffs. Coached a D3 All-American at Alma College a year ago. And his time at summer ball as well has had some pretty good pitching staffs. Here's the 1-1. That's fouled straight back. Count 1-2. So Custiba and the Pride down to their final strike of the ball game. Lakers looking to seal this second straight shutout victory. The stretch, the 1-2 is in there for strike three. The Lakers win it 3-0 here in the GLIAC opener. And the Lakers make it 5 wins in a row. They improve to 21-4 on the season, and they lock up their first win here at home of the 2026 season. Once again, Grand Valley State 3 and Purdue Northwest 0. Well, for everybody on the production crew, I'm Jackson Hayden, and until next time, so long, everybody.